George Mason University, a large public institution near Washington, sends students to study in about 70 different countries, for anything from 1 week to a year. But relatively few undergraduates take advantage. Yehuda Lukacs, who heads the Study Abroad office, says the university would like to see more of its students take part.
These are the type of experiences where they have direct, first-hand opportunity to learn about something that they cannot understand unless they have a direct encounter. In other cases, we have a program, for example, in the Philippines that focuses on community development. Students work closely with members of villages, and they go and plant together in the rice paddies, and they spend an entire month with those Filipinos. In other program, for example, in Palestine and Israel, we have students working as full-time employees of Palestinian organizations in the occupied territories, as well as Israeli organizations.
It's not only that students get to see new places and meet new people. A number of recent studies find that the experience of studying abroad actually stimulates intellectual growth and creativity.
If we compare study abroad, which is experiential education, to, let's say, traditional education on home campus, student takes a class, he comes to the classroom, listens to a lecture for an hour, 2 or 3, and basically goes home. In contrast, study abroad is an experience that takes place 24 hours a day, where learning is transformative, and the student has to live in an unfamiliar environment using all of his or her senses, trying to interpret a completely new reality, which is very different from the one he or she left back home.
Third-year economics student Jennifer Storm just returned from a year at Oxford University in England. She can't praise the experience enough.
And I think it really opens your mind to different perspectives. It's easy to read a textbook or to read a novel about a culture, but it's one more thing to be in that atmosphere where you're eating their food, you're conversing with them on a day-to-day basis, and you're really fully ingrained in what it means to be a member of that society. And it's an exciting experience, really, as a student to have the opportunity to do that.
Yehuda Lukacs says for students who embark on overseas studies with curiosity and a willingness to experience new things, the results can be transformative.
At the end, when they come back, rich with experiences and excitement, these are the type of experiences that leave a deep mark and an imprint on the rest of their life. And they do not forget it. I have students who went with me abroad 25 years ago, and they still keep in touch with me, and they tell me how much that particular study abroad experience influenced their career choice, for example, and their educational choice. So these are lifelong experiences which stay with the students for a very long time.
Lukacs says the expense, as well as family obligations, can keep some students from overseas studies. Still, with such great benefits from the practice, the university wants more of its students to take part.
Relatively few American students opt to do a semester or a year studying at a foreign university. It can be expensive, and for some, the idea of studying outside America can be frightening. But students who do study abroad almost invariably come back, calling the experience deeply enriching. Burton Bolag, KSA2, Washington.